Crazy secrets about the NBA. Number 1. Muggsy Bogues was a first-round pick. At 5'3", Muggsy Bogues is the smallest player to ever play in the NBA, seeing as how he averaged just 8.3 points and 6.6 assists in the 4 years at Wake Forest. One wouldn't think he was a first-round pick. One would be wrong, as the Washington Bullets selected the diminutive point guard with the 12th overall pick in the 1987 draft. He would go on to have a 14-year career, making his bonus as a defensive threat and a decent passer. In terms of scoring, he only averaged 10+ points 3 times. Still, he became something of a folk hero with his height, and has many fans to this day. Robert Parrish averaged under 20 points per game for his entire career. Robert Parrish is easily one of the greatest centers to ever play the game. A 7-footer, he won 4 championship rings, 3 with the Boston Celtics and 1 with the Chicago Bulls, and played in 9 All-Star games during his 21-year career. That said, one would think that his numbers were off the charts being a member of the dominant Celtics team in the 1980s. Rather, Parrish was not really a dominant scoring center. In fact, he averaged higher than 18 points 5 times. Given that, Parrish finished his career with a fairly, average career average of 14.5 points per game. Number 3. Chris Webber never played one game for the team that drafted him. As a member of the University of Michigan's Fab Five, Chris Webber was an absolute stud on the court. In 2 years with the Wolverines, he averaged 17.4 points and 10 rebounds per game. Sure enough, the Orlando Magic took him with the first overall pick in the 1993 NBA draft and immediately then traded him to the Golden State Warriors for Anthony Penny Hardaway. Not many people know that the Warriors didn't draft the future Hall of Famer. Number 4. Wilt Chamberlain had his number retired by the Harlem Globetrotters. That's right, folks. Before he was taking the NBA by storm, Wilt Chamberlain was one of the fun-loving goofballs of the Harlem Globetrotters. His signature trick, picking up Captain Meadowlark Lemon off the ground and throwing him high in the air before catching him. He spent just 1 year with the team, and on March 9th, 2000, they retired his number 13. Number 5. LeBron James was not the first great high school sensation in the NBA. Believe it or not, LeBron James was not the first highly touted high school prospect to play in the NBA, and I'm talking about hype alone. That honor belongs to Moses Malone, a center forward who spent 19 years in the league. He ended up having a great career despite not playing any college ball. Over that 19-year stretch, Malone won 3 MVP awards, made 12 consecutive All-Star teams, and won a championship with the Philadelphia 76ers in 1983. When he retired, he had an average of 21.9 points and 12.9 rebounds for his career. In 2001, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Number 6. Bill Russell wasn't always associated with the Boston Celtics. Many know Bill Russell as the phenomenal center who spent years with the Boston Celtics, with whom he won 11 championships. He even won 2 as a player coach. Russell also spent time at the helm for 2 more teams. From 1973 to 1977, he coached the Seattle Supersonics, and for part of 1 season, from 1987 to 1988, he coached the Sacramento Kings. His time with those teams wasn't bad, but nowhere near as good as his time in Beantown. The furthest he got with Seattle was the conference semifinals, and with Sacramento, he didn't last the whole season. Number 7. Kobe Bryant wasn't a top 10 pick. Talk about a travesty, right? This guy was a high school stud, and he slipped to the 13th pick. To give you an idea of how badly some teams screwed up in passing on him, here are the players who were taken between All-Star Antoine Walker and Bryant: Lorenzen Wright, Kerry Kittles, Samaki Walker, Eric Dampier, Todd Fuller, and Vitaly Potapenko. No doubt that some GMs had some explaining to do.
With the 13th pick in the 1996 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Kobe Bryant from Lower Merion High School in Pennsylvania.
Number 8. The Celtics won a title in the 80s without Bird or Parrish as Finals MVP. I was just as shocked to learn this as you are. It turns out the 1981 Finals MVP award went to forward Cedric Maxwell. Over the courses of games 3, 4, and 5, he scored 71 points and provided a valuable spark outside of Boston's Big Three: Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, and Robert Parrish. Number 9. Larry Brown once coached college ball. Most people know Brown as the nomadic NBA coach, but his travels also brought him to 2 stops at the college level. He spent 2 years at UCLA, and in his first year with the Bruins, he took the team to the title game where they lost to Louisville. That spot would later be vacated after some players were deemed ineligible. Just a few years later, Brown was hired to coach the Kansas Jayhawks, and he spent 5 seasons there, winning a championship in his final year. He would win an NBA championship coaching the Detroit Pistons 16 years later, thus becoming the only coach to date to win championships as both a college and professional coach. Number 10. The Phoenix Suns had 10 game-winning and losing streaks in one season. This happened in the 1996 and 1997 season when the team lost 13 games to open the season. They then acquired Jason Kidd from the Dallas Mavericks, and he got injured in his first game with the team. He would come back to lead the team on a magical run to the playoffs that saw a 10-game winning streak. The Suns finished the year as number 7 seed in the Western Conference. If you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up button, comment down below, subscribe to our channel, and activate the bell so as not to miss any of our future uploads. Have a great day.